What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jack-Sesh. I just got to do a few things so we can make sure that this is live and good on the Patreon. You guys are going to call in. It's going to be a lot of fun here. Just give me a second, and then I'll introduce your host here, Mr. Jack Mandeville. I'm Papa G. You guys know me. It's going to be a fun night tonight here on Patreon. Give me 1 second. Okay, new post, new live stream. There we go. Don't know why this is still doing that. Hi, everyone. Hey, everybody. You guys are here. This is pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and toss you over to my man, Mr. Jack Mandeville, and he's going to rant about something for a little bit, and then we're going to start calling in. Jack, how you doing?
I'm good, Giorgio. Don't want to air out behind-the-scenes business, but you told me about 10 minutes ago that this is on the main page. I
did.
I consider myself a professional, okay? So I'm not going to let the pressure get to me that this is on the main page and not in the isolated world of our Friday night Jack-Sesh on Patreon. But there's a lot more listeners on this one right now, and we're right out of the gate. We're doing technical difficulties, because the fact that you're putting all this on me right now to rant, I feel like you're doing some sorcery behind the scenes to get the show going.
Well, I'm just going to send you the link so then you can post about it, and then I'm also going to post it on Patreon.
Oh, thank God. Okay. So, yeah, welcome. What episode are we on, Giorgio?
This is an unnamed or unnumbered episode. That way we can just get the people going. This is just Jack's taking over things. So
okay, welcome to episode 1 of the Friday Night Jack-Sesh.
Sure, why not?
My name is Jack Manford Mandeville the First. I grew up in Minnesota, but I live in Texas now, and here I am in the studio in Texas doing this show. This is a call-in show, which is perfect for me because it requires very little show prep. I got about an hour and a half drive up here to get to the studio every Friday, and I could be using that time to do show prep and thinking about what I'm going to talk about. But the beautiful part about a call-in show is that I really put the onus of work on you, the caller. So we'll announce the number. Giorgio, our number's changing every week. What's our number this week?
The number brought to you by Mint Mobile. Oh, I can do this too. I can go ahead and put the Mint Mobile logo on there for everyone.
Oh, my God.
It's 737-203-0457. That number again is 737-203-0457. And feel free to call anytime you like and talk to Jack or talk to me, and it's going to be a good time.
We're about 30-odd episodes into my program, and this is the first time I get a fancy pants sponsorship banner up on the front there.
You know, we're just moving things up. You know what? Giorgio's got a camera on himself, too, that you can see, if not 2 cameras. Why am I this important? I'm not, but I love Jack Mandeville.
Well, Giorgio, I just got to ask, because I prefer you be that way. Are you in your element right now? Are you
I'm
happy?
not high right now. It's okay because we have a caller, and I'm wondering if our caller is high.
Hey, caller, I only work well with Giorgio when he's blazed out of his mind, and I already am scared this big show is off to a bad start since Giorgio decided to come in here sober. So I need you to put a smile on my face. What's up? Who are you?
Well, hi, Jack. This is, my name's Aaron, and I'm a fellow fat Marine just like you.
Oh, well, heck, yeah, man. Well, talk about yourself. Where are you from?
I am from Kentucky, right near Cincinnati, and I wanted to know, is Dan Holloway your favorite retard?
Dan Holloway? I got the utmost semi-respect for that guy. Okay, Dan and I, once a year, we always do a nice, wholesome bender with each other, and we share those occasions, and every once in a while, I'll be at Jared's house, and he'll be at Jared's house at the same time, and, you know, he just kind of talks to Jared while I'm alone in the other room, kind of drinking by myself, but Dan and I share great experience. I see him in the studio in passing for a few minutes at a time on Fridays, so Dan and he's definitely in my top 100 best friends.
You know, I fucking love it. I love that he hates everyone just as much as I do.
Dan, this is the thing. The first time I met Dan, I thought he talked to me, and he came a little aggressive out of the gate, and I says to myself, I go, man, what the frick is this guy's problem? And then I realized, oh, that's just how he is. And I've just accepted, once you accept Dan as the way he is, then he's the most lovable guy that you'll never see a smile from.
What? Well, that's what I say. I say, everyone who you get to know me, I'm a lovable asshole. And if you don't like it, no, you can fuck off.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Dan's a special level of asshole because he's not, I don't think he's doing it because of any like childhood trauma or like a defense mechanism or anything like that.
No, not at all.
No, he is literally built that way. And I don't even think he's doing it confidently. I think it's really just who he is as a person. He doesn't know any better.
Wait, hold on, Jack. Hold on. Are you saying Dan Holloway is built Ford tough?
Well, are they one of our sponsors?
They are not.
He's definitely built Mint Mobile tough. I can tell you that. He's definitely built Mint Mobile tough.
Solid cell phone signal.
He's built
strong.
He's ghost bed
Well,
tough,
Georgie,
bro.
hey, Georgie, I'm super glad you're doing the Friday Night Jack session on a Friday night, not on Patreon, so I get to watch on YouTube. Appreciate it.
Okay, let me ask you a question though. Before, God, I like this caller. He's doing all the work for me, getting rid of himself. But now that you are, it's like you're like every woman in my life. Like now that you're rejecting me, I want you more. So I got to ask you a question.
No, come on, Jack. I don't want to reject you. If I was down in Texas, I would come in there and I would rub your nipples on camera for you.
That's what I'm saying though. But the fact that you were ready to leave on your own means I want you more now. So now I'm chasing you. It's how how I deal with women. But let me ask you a question. Do you listen to the regular Friday Night Jack-Sesh program, or are you just like a main YouTube subscriber for the main?
I'm a main YouTube subscriber, Jack. I've been listening to Drinkin Bros since the inception.
That's what I want to hear. But now that I have you, I allow you permission to listen to main Drinkin Bros still if you'd like, concerning they do allow me their studio space. I guess that's the least I could do for them. But I do encourage you on Friday nights around 6 o'clock to tune into the Friday Night Jack-Sesh on Drinkin Bros.
I will,
Patreon.
Jack. I will when I got time. Luckily, I got a night to where I have no wife or no kids in the house, and I can listen to this without interruption.
That's what I want to hear. And like Giorgio, blaze yourself up a big old. Am I allowed to say drug words on YouTube? I don't know their YouTube. Okay, I'll just in case, just to be safe, do a FATTY. Blaze one up for old Giorgio over there, and and then thank you for being the first caller on the Friday Night Jack-Sesh Big Show version.
No problem, bro. Man, have a good one.
You too, man. And did he say you said you're an ex-Marine?
Oh, I hung up on him.
Okay, well, he said he was an ex-Marine. We'll just believe that he's an ex-Marine then.
I like that. And also, should I tell people the hidden secret?
What's the hidden secret?
The hidden secret is that the Patreon, there's many tiers, but no one knows that the $1 tier gets you everything.
It gets you everything.
People don't know that, but all you have to do is give $1 and you get Jack.
Give $1 to Drinkin Bros because honestly, I do need the money, and it's a long commute, and they only pay me in performance money, but they don't do gas money for me. So every dollar you spend on Drinkin Bros Patreon is like I could negotiate with Ross and Dan to at least pay for my gas money.
That's a lie, Jack, because I spend that money on drugs. But maybe this caller will cheer you up. Caller,
You've been taking my gas money this whole time for drugs?
Yes.
Why don't you just get it from Dan for free?
He's the one who told me to do it.
Okay, all right. Well, it sounds like something he'd do. Whatever. He's cutting checks. I can't. I'm not good at work politicking. I don't complain well because it just usually comes off pathetic, and then people don't respect me, and then it goes down. It's happened in every workplace. It's like my relationships. They last a couple years at a time, and then I gotta reboot. Did we have a caller?
We do.
Let's take them.
Well, they just hung up.
They just hung up. Okay.
We literally heard the beep.
Now, Giorgio.
Yes.
I feel like there's a lot of room to play, like material that we've been doing well on the Friday Night Jack-Sesh since we have a bigger audience on this one. I could just regurgitate material. I don't even have to really work hard. I could just do all the best material I've done the last 30 plus episodes, right?
You literally could just play those episodes. And
we could.
You could take a nap.
I could sit here and I just do this the whole time. Lip sync, like I'm talking. Did we put together my good footage? Is there good footage?
No. I also feel like you did that once on a Drinkin Bros episode.
Well, I think I think one of the last times I was on the main show here, I basically fell asleep in the chair for the entire hour and a half of the show, and for whatever reason, people thought it was fucking awesome. They were comparing me to Andy Kaufman, which I would have to agree with. But really, I just fell asleep. That wasn't some sort of deep artistic statement on my part. I was hungover.
Caller, do you have any deep artistic statements that you would like to share with Jack?
Yeah. I'd like to speak with Jack about this time I was on the practice squad with him, and I laid that motherfucker out.
Who are you? Is this Rodriguez? Rodriguez, you did not. Okay, I know. Coach Keller.
I was on the fucking practice squad. This is Royce Roy.
Royce Roy, no, you know as well as I do that Coach Keller left a banana peel on the field, and I went Mario on that thing. You did not lay me out. That was the banana peel.
That was fucking Princess fucking what's her name? I fucking laid your ass out, motherfucker.
No, I'm telling you right now, and this isn't the CTE talking. I'm telling you right now, I remember that vividly. You are incorrect. You're not a sir. You're a bitch boy is what you are.
Yeah, I'm a what? You can't even get back to me. You can't even freaking talk. What's that? What's that on your stomach? Big Daddy?
I'm a big boy.
Bullshit?
No, I'm a big boy.
I laid your ass out. I laid your ass out. This is Royce Roy. You remember that name?
I remember you. You got cut the season after me. Don't think that you're Dick Butt Kiss over here, okay? Oh, you're more like a Dick Butt Kiss is what you are, okay, Royce?
Man, did you try and come up with stuff like that? You can't even come up with.
You were a fullback, Royce. Your position's not even relevant in the National Football League anymore.
Man, I was laying out bitches when you were laying out nothing.
Yeah, Royce, you're making me drink again. Are you happy now? I'm back on the wagon. I'm off the wagon.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Get off the wagon because you should be off of everything.
Royce, did you knock him off the wagon? Did you tackle him off the wagon?
He didn't tackle me. He didn't. No, I'm drinking because he's a liar. No, this is libelous. Giorgio, track this number. I'm getting my friend Scott's lawyers on this after I do a GoFundMe so I can raise enough money to afford his lawyers. But now that I'm here on the Drinkin' Bros main show, I'm going to put out my GoFundMe link. I'm getting the best lawyers, and you're going to jail for libel. You're going to jail for libel. Cut him off, Giorgio. He's going to jail for libel.
I cut him off. But Jack, I think the people want to know what happened here.
No, he's a lot. No, it was 2009. We were doing two-a-days going into the season. I just graduated from Arizona State. And we were running a pattern 22 up the middle, okay? Hut. And they ran the pattern 22. Him as a fullback, it's his job to be the lead blocker going up the middle. Me as an outside linebacker, I cut in. I did my linebacker cut in, and he caught me from the side. But Coach Keller let the banana peel on the field, which I slipped on. And we know
that's true because the mess hall was serving bananas that day. And Coach Keller was a big banana guy. I remember reading that in his biography.
Yeah. Coach Keller, he went on to coach one season for the Raiders like most Raiders coaches. Do we got any more callers? And now, Giorgio,
yes,
let's do this live on air, but I want to post a link so then Danny, our social media lady, can share it on the Drinkin' Bros page to let people know to call in.
So then I need to text you a link.
I got to put it on my Instagram.
Okay.
Do I get to shamelessly plug all my social media platforms right now?
Jack, you have an hour and a half and all these people to say whatever you want.
Okay. Hey, what's up? I'm Jack Manford Mandeville the First. And you can find me on Instagram at Jack Mandeville, JackMandaville. Not Jack Mandeville with an E, okay? Not him, okay? I'm Mandeville with an A. I'm respectable. I got that American name. And yeah, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I was on MySpace. I had a little X videos verified page where I sent epic ropes. It was a POV thing, but what I would do is I'd shoot at the camera. You know, like, you ever seen those videos where, they're playing baseball and the baseball goes over the catcher's mitt and it comes right at the camera and it makes you jump? I'd do that with my ropes.
It was like a POV rope action, rope-a-dope.
Now, Giorgio, you just sent me the link. Now, this is going to be the difficult part because I'm a terrible multitasker.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to hold down. You're going to force touch, Jack. You're going to hold that a little bit longer, and then it should pop up this little bubble, and you should be able to copy and then paste that somewhere.
If you
want, I could just text Danny the link as well.
Well, I put all this work into making this little Instagram story, and so I feel like the least I can do is just post it, right? Okay, I'm posting it right now. It's going live right now on my Instagram. Hey, did they let my dog out? Hey,
Taco? Taco?
I swear to God, if they let my dog out, I swear to God. Did they let my dog out? No. Giorgio, now I gotta talk and I gotta concentrate. I gotta focus on being entertaining. There's my dog. Okay.
I have eyes on Taco.
Okay, I feel like, well, I'm not supposed to be bringing him at the studio anyway, so it's no one's fault but my own. I try to lock him in the doors, and then people open the door, and then he just runs out. And then he's just running around here breathing heavy. I can hear him breathing heavy as I'm trying to concentrate on telling stories. So, anyways. Do we got other callers, Giorgio?
Not yet, but feel free to call in. A lot of people are scared to call in,
Why would you be scared? Why?
Because they're afraid that they can't get through. Because they tried calling before, and it's been hard.
Well, we did that first episode we did. We got slammed with calls. We weren't prepared for that many calls, and no one's fault. It's just, it was mainly, I guess you, at the end of any day, you got to blame it on the top dog, so it's Ross's fault.
Yeah, I tend to blame everything on him, but then he blames all that on me. So it's just kind of the secular blame game that we got going on.
Executive privilege. He gets to reverse the blame on you. It's like Uno.
Exactly. And then Holloway comes in, and he just tells us both to get fucked.
Yep.
And that's basically a week of Drinkin' Bros.
Yeah. It's a healthy workplace.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Boundaries, clear definitions of expectations. Yeah, it's great.
I thought it was weird on my welcome aboard hire that Ross had me ejaculate into a cup for a specimen. I've never had that happen when I got hired. He's gonna
impregnate a Filipino woman and then raise your illegitimate son and then tell you about it later.
I'm 38 and childless, man. That's not cool. I need kids. I want to know if I have a kid.
Maybe this caller will tell you.
Jack, you don't have a kid.
Oh, thank God. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? Good, because honestly, I like keeping my money for myself and my dog. Hey, who are you? Who? How dare you call this show and not announce yourself?
Michael Rotolo from New Orleans, Louisiana, baby. How you doing, my boy?
Michael Rotolo, how are you, sir? I identify Michael as old pretty eyes. Michael's got the prettiest eyes south of I-10. And west of Mississippi and east of Texas. You got some pretty eyes down there in way southern Louisiana. Michael, what do you got? What do you got to look? I didn't do any show prep because this is a call-in show, so this is your responsibility. You entertain me. What do you got?
Jack, I got 4 racks of ribs. I got 2 pig shanks. I'm cooking tonight, baby. I'm grilling.
You know, I'm hungry right now. You know, my tummy is horny for food. I'm food horny right now, and you're gonna call and tell me about ribs?
Ribs. Hey, you want to talk about the alcohol? Because I got that too.
No, I got that, but I can't stave off.
Oh, wait, I don't mean to interrupt both of you, but Jack, you don't know some new alcohol has just been delivered.
What do we got?
Some Fucklehead, straight from Tennessee. Some Fucklehead bourbon.
What are we gonna do?
Giorgio, how about we get Jack a highball of Funklehead and let's review that shit live on TV, live action.
Wait, is this your company? Because if you're not paying us to advertise this, Michael, then I'm going to have Giorgio cut you off faster than... I got nothing, man. I'm going to have Giorgio cut you off, though.
Okay, cut me off, Giorgio. I'm a piece of shit.
No, he can't cut you off right now because he's looking for the Fucklehead. And my dog,
okay.
I can hear my...
No.
Are they paying us for this?
They can't.
Oh, God. Well, we got a thirsty boy behind us. Okay, thank you, Giorgio. Giorgio, I'm vaccinated, so I have no problem following that up with a little sharing lips with you. As soon as I got vaccinated, I straight up, I walked out of that Walgreens, and a homeless guy just came up to me and just started, screaming crazy homeless guy shit in my face. And COVID or no COVID, that's not a good situation to be in. But at that point, I was so confident with all the proteins, the new proteins running through my body and through my penis that I was like, dude, yeah, go ahead, spit in my mouth, homeless guy. Like, I'm vaccinated, bro. I don't care anymore.
Jack, I want you to know that I am not vaccinated and that I feel been coming down today with something, so you definitely want to lick all around that rim. And then Sean and Joel have both had COVID within the last 2 weeks in this office, so,
Is Joel held up right now with COVID?
No, he had a negative test, so he has been returning to his shift.
Okay.
And, yeah, that's a little Fucklehead bourbon from Leatherwood Distillery in Nashville, Tennessee. They came up and they dropped us some stuff off a couple days ago, and now I'm getting drunk on it.
That's cool, man. I like that. And Giorgio works better when he's high and drunk. So I prefer he be that right now.
He performs better when he's high too.
Yeah, and I don't say that about a lot of people. I don't trust getting too tipsy at work. But Giorgio, he's one of those freak he's a Hunter S. Thompson of podcast producing. He can work through it.
I would agree with that.
And then what was that writer that wrote all of his books high? Was it Wes Craven or who wrote it? Who wrote it and all them other scary fucking books?
Stephen King was probably.
Stephen King.
Well, Stephen King had a pill problem in the 70s, but he writes sober as any professional. You don't go to your job as a construction worker actually, yes, you do. Construction workers are all on meth.
They're all on meth, some sort of opiate.
Yeah, that's true.
They're on meth, cocaine, Adderall.
I'm going to have to throw a big touche to myself on that. Touche, Jack. Touche. Jack, you were right. And Jack, you were also wrong at the same time.
Jack, I have a question now, though. Does that mean that writing is the most dangerous job?
For me, yeah. Bro, I've done a lot of blue collar work in my day. In my youth, I was in an organization. I'm an ex-Marine that I did in my baby days. And then I was a delivery driver, lifting those packages up all wrong because I was young and I didn't give a fuck about lifting with my back. And then I did oil field, just taking in all that crude. But I gotta say.
Yeah, and then when that shit gets in your blood, you're fucked.
Hey, Michael, can I speak on my show? I'm sorry for yelling at you. You got pretty eyes. You don't deserve that. So yeah, but writing has been excruciating for me, mainly because I'm in my late 30s and I've been a functioning alcoholic for almost 20 years, and the alcohol is really just starting to catch up to me. But hunched over like that, my bones can't take it the way that they used to because the alcohol has broken down my muscles and bone structure. So yes, writing is half the cause of my ailments. The other half is alcoholism. Does that answer your question, Giorgio?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Now, Michael Bertolo, Ross threatened to fire me multiple times. It hasn't happened yet, but you never know with him. You never know.
You never fucking know.
If his kid lost his soccer game and he's pissed off because all the other dads are making fun of him for not being a good enough soccer coach, and he just wants to take it out on someone. I'm the first person he sees and like, hey, I heard you were on with a caller too long the other day. You embarrassed me. You shamed me in the company. Get out of here, Jack, and don't ever come back. Here's your last paycheck. We'll Venmo it to you. And then I'm out of a job because I was on the phone too long with you, Michael. How would that make...
And then Taco's daddy's homeless, and we don't want that.
No, because then I got to eat my dog to survive. Because I don't have survival skills. I'm from the suburbs. So
that's okay. I heard dog ain't that bad.
Yeah, we gotta let him. We gotta let you go, Michael. I appreciate it, though.
Get me off the...
He gets more aggressive every week.
He does. Are we helping or hindering his life?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person. I won't see a psychiatrist or anything like that. So, I don't know anything about mental health.
Neither do I. Although I've visited many therapists and had sex with a few and definitely broken some sort of government guidelines, I don't know much about it.
No. Also, it seems like a useless degree to me, to be honest with you.
I thought that was psychology.
I don't know the difference. That's how bad I am at this.
Same. Caller, do you know the difference?
Oh, and I don't know much of a difference, but I do know that I was actually scrolling through, getting ready to watch the best movie ever made, and I happened to see this guy had a detour.
Are you going to watch To Kill a Mockingbird with Gregory Peck?
No, I was actually going to watch Range 15 with Jack Manville packing a blow-up doll.
I've heard of that film. Yes, I have. Now, are you going to be a first-time watcher of the film?
No.
So
no, I was a backer of the film.
Oh, you're a producer.
Yeah, I was only able to throw about $10 to it, but hey,
you get a producer credit.
Some.
That's $10 that went to making sure we could go through 20 blow-up dolls through that entire fucking shoot. So thank you.
Did you really?
Yeah, we went through 17. So we went through 17 blow-up dolls.
Wow.
Yeah, in principal photography, 17. They were popping, or we'd have to change the makeup on them. So yeah, 17 blow-up dolls. They're somewhere in a warehouse somewhere. I don't know what the heck they ever did with them. So, yeah, I was just talking about that movie yesterday with some people that movie, you know, because I've done like normal TV and, you know, other independent shit since then. That movie set the bar way too high as far as what to expect because, like, we didn't realize it at the time, but, you know, not only are you making a movie with your friends, but the kind of funding we got and the support behind it right off the bat, it's not normal. And, you know, then you go do regular stuff. You're on a regular set where it's just like you're a stranger, you're a day player, and they're like, oh, yeah, you're fucking playing this role. Okay, there's your trailer. Don't come out until we call you, and then you're just a cog in the machine. And it's just, it's not the same. It'll never be the same. Range 15, honestly, was like when I scored a touchdown in JV high school football. My life peaked at that point. And here I am doing a show on Drinkin Bros because I need the money.
Well, the funny thing is, you all got the jokes right. You know, I'm former Navy. I've got former Marine friends, former
ex-Marine.
Come on. You know, once a Marine, always a Marine. But
do I look like I'm always a Marine to you right now? Do I look always like a Marine to you?
Jack, you look always hungry.
Yeah, I mean, you look like you could shred a box of crayons.
Yeah, but not because I'm an ex-Marine, but because I'm just hungry and I'll eat anything right now. Okay, look at me, man. I got ex-Marine written all. I take no offense to it. Someone calls me an ex-Marine, I'm like, yeah, I am. If you called me a Marine, people would think I might be in the Marines, and it would give the Marine Corps. I respect the Marine Corps so much as an institution. No, I don't. I respect the Marine Corps so much as an institution that I'm not willing to call myself a Marine because I don't want people to think that this is what Marines look like. Okay? I don't respect the institution. I respect Marines, and I don't want other actual Marines to get associated with me. So I'm an ex-Marine when people ask.
Copy that.
But your friends who are former or once Marines, always Marines. So you were in the Navy. Yeah, you liked. So I interrupted you. I'm sorry. I interrupted you on my show. My apologies.
Oh, that's very kind of you. The point that I was going to say was we were all waiting with bated breath for that movie, and you guys delivered, and the jokes. You know, so many perfect inside jokes that if you hadn't been there, you wouldn't have got the joke. And that's always why I wanted to call in and just say, great job on that. And I appreciate the activities of any man willing to run around on screen with his dick glued to a blow-up doll.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't know any better. And to this day, I still don't. When someone says you're going to play this character, I'm like, okay. This is what I like about being an actor. People don't realize this on like a movie set or any type of media, really. But like, let's just say movies or TV. The amount of work that goes on behind scenes, like you have some of the hardest working, and I've worked in like so many different industries, and I will say some of the hardest working people I've ever met in my life are crew on film and television. And what I love about being an actor, it's not the glory or the screen time or anything like that. What I love about being an actor is if you just do what you're told, if you just do your lines, it's the easiest fucking job on earth. Just do what you're told. And I love doing what I'm told. I'm from Minnesota, man. That's not a culture that's into independent thinking. So I just love doing what I'm told. That's why I love acting. Just give me the fucking lines. I'm a line monkey. And I'm telling you, I've never turned. I've been uncomfortable doing certain roles that I've done, but I've never even said no because I'm just like, oh fuck it, I'm getting a paycheck. That's how I look at it.
Hey, but it could be worse.
It could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, you could be standing on the street corner offering. Well, not going to say that over the air, but you catch my drift.
No. Jack, that would never happen to Jack because someone would adopt Jack as some sort of sexual object or pet. I mean, look at the man. He's beautiful. He'd never end up on the streets.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, so, yeah. Were you going to say I'd be one of those guys standing on the street twirling the signs telling you to go and get new eyewear or something like that? Because those guys are kind of actors. They do performance themselves, you know. I respect that gig for sure.
Sure, go with it.
Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate you saying nice things to me because I'll be honest with you, I need to hear it, but it doesn't matter because I have such a shitty self-esteem. It's not going to last more than 15 seconds before I'm back to the way I've always known myself. Okay, but nice try, though. Nice try being nice to me.
Hey, well, I gave up being an asshole for Lynn about 15 years ago.
That's why. Hey, and that's why I like being around non-assholes. Okay, I appreciate non-assholes because I got a couple assholes that cut the checks here, and having to put on a smiley face as Dan is insulting my weight. It's a heavy burden I carry on with me, and then I get back.
Well, next time Ross gives you shit, just tell him, hey, at least you didn't star in The New Guy.
That's true, but you know what? You want to hear a funny story?
Go for it.
Okay, and we're gonna let you go after that because Ross will fire me, and I just can't handle that. I need the money. There was a theater that opened. It was an AMC theater that opened up in my little suburban Minnesota town when I was 17 years old. I think it was like my senior year of high school, and it was a big deal because this was like a 10-screen theater, and it's like, well, we're coming up in the world. We got Red Lobster in a 10-screen theater now, so. This movie opened up, and the first movie I remember, I brought my high school girlfriend with, and I was trying to, get a hand job from her. But the first movie I ever watched in that movie theater was in 2001 was a movie called The New Guy, and of course I was there mainly to get blowjobs from a hand job from my girlfriend, and then look at Eliza Dushku. But at the time I didn't realize. 15, 16 years later, I went back to Maple Grove, Minnesota, and then that very theater, I got to premiere Range 15, directed by Ross Patterson, in the theater where I saw New Guy all those years precedent.
Hey, man. What was his line in Range 15? A soldier came home.
A soldier came home.
A Marine came home.
It always circles back, man. Life is a circle. I think Elton John did a song about it for a Disney movie. I don't know if we can sing it here because YouTube's really strict.
No, Jack. It's a highway.
No.
Well, life is a highway. That's right. From the Pixar movie, The Cars. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I can't. I don't know if I'm allowed to sing. Thanks. Nice talking to you, bro. I don't know if can I sing like Disney songs here, or will the YouTube shut the feed down if the software picks up on if I sound too much like Elton John? Goodbye, Norma Jean. Though I never knew you, you were such a pretty lady with that white dress. And even though the Kennedys banged you over and over again, and you got depressed and died on pills, you were so beautiful, blowing all the Kennedys. Your candle burned out long before JFK ever did. Is that the...
I think that's the song.
Okay.
Yeah. Caller, do you think is that the song? Is that the right lyrics?
I don't fucking know.
Oh!
This guy.
Rube.
This guy over here.
You're regular. You're regs. We call him Ruben the Regular. He's got a voice. We also call him Ruben the Voice. He calls in once a week. We call him Ruben the Caller. Ruben, what's going on, man?
Not much. Just thinking up a very interesting question to ask you because we've all been wondering. Okay, are you ready for it?
Yeah, let's do this.
Marry, fuck, kill. Papa G, Delco Dan, Matt Cooper.
Delco Dan. Oh, he hung up. Marry, fuck, kill. Delco Dan. That's Dan. That's Handsome Dan, right?
It's Handsome Dan.
He's Handsome Dan to me. Giorgio and Matt Cooper.
I believe those were the three.
Oh, marry, fuck, kill. Okay. I'm going to say, look, I'd marry Coop. I'm going to be honest with you. I'd marry Coop.
That's the correct decision.
He seems very, not that you other guys aren't stable, but he's got a demeanor about him. I think he's marriage material.
He would definitely be the long-term investment solution for you. I think it'd be like 10 years from now, it's still extremely happy.
He's never going to change. He's always going to be a chill dude. And and I get hyper. He needs to smack me around a little bit, when I start hyper, I get a little crazy and insecure, and I need a man to tell me what to do. And I feel like Coop's the kind of guy that's got the calm to do that. Now, as far as fuck, Georgie, I'm going to go with you. Okay.
I'm cutting you off here, Jack. I'm cutting. Kenny's cutting in because I know you'd fuck Handsome Dan. Because he's Handsome Dan. No, stop. He's Handsome Dan.
No, but you're an athlete.
And you would have to kill me.
And no, but you seem like the type of guy that would be wild in bed. You're like an athlete. You got a childhood trauma. You'd go all in bed. And it's only one fuck. I'm not looking to frickin' spend time after we do it. I want just a good experience. And I feel you got cauliflower ear. You're an alpha male. Not that Dan isn't, but like you got cauliflower ear. You're one step ahead.
Jack, sexually, I'd fuck you up. I'd wreck your world. It'd be 69, 79, platinum, diamond showers, outdoorness.
Yes, I want that.
Yeah. But unfortunately, you would
not in a marriage, but in a one-night stand for sure.
In this scenario, you would have to kill me to release me from my prison, and then you can't kill Dan. He'd just look at you. You'd be too sad. He's
got some puppy dog eyes, man.
Yeah, just
okay. Just for your sake, I'll fuck Dan and I'll kill you. I'll put you out of your misery. Okay.
Thank you, caller. How are you doing today? We're gonna put you in your misery by bringing you on the show.
Caller, hey, who are you?
I'm Kurt from Iowa.
Kurt from Iowa. What part of Iowa?
Well, Waterloo, Iowa, and Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
I know that area very well. I have family in Cedar Rapids. I spent many a weekend and many a holiday down in that area in my youth. I know Waterloo very well, John Deere and all that fancy schmancy stuff down there.
Nice.
So what's going on? What's going on in your neck of the woods? Corn? How's the corn?
No, I just got fired.
What?
Yep. Me and 13 other guys just got laid off from our company that we've been working for a long time. Well, not me. I was only 2 months. And at 12:30 today, we had a conference call, and they let us all go.
Over the
because
phone?
Yeah, pretty much over the phone.
Kurt, I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't care why you got fired. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to justify anything to me. You're always going to be in the right to me. So let me tell you. Can I take a drink real quick? Can I just get myself in the mode I need to be in? Because I'm pissed off. First off, while I'm taking a drink, if you want to give away any information for anybody listening that, if you're looking to jump back into the workforce, pimp yourself out. You got about 10 seconds, okay? And then I'm taking this from here for you, okay? Now go, Kurt.
Basically, I'm a logistics officer, strategy. Actually, funny thing is, my side gig is actually helping out lady friends set up their OnlyFans accounts.
That's very valuable work right now. So this
it really is.
This is what I have to say. Kurt, this is what I want you to do. When you get off the phone with me, I want you to DM me. That's at Jack Mandeville, JackMandaville. DM me on Instagram. Okay?
Okay.
I got you. I want you to give me your boss's name. I want you to send a link to their Facebook profile. And this is what I'm going to do, Kurt. Since he hurt you, I'm going to hurt him. I am going to create a direct replica of your boss's Facebook page to the T. He doesn't have a blue check mark because no one gives a shit about him, so no one's going to know. I'm going to like all the things he likes. I'm going to put all of his photos on the replica page. I'm going to have every single about me, everything's going to look exactly like his page. Nobody's going to know the difference. And then I'm going to go all over the internet using the worst racial slurs, the Huckleberry Finn kind. And then I'm going to screenshot all that stuff from your boss's page. And then I'm going to send that to his bosses. Then I'm going to send it to the local news stations. Then I'm going to send it to all the reporters and everything like that. And and the Cedar Rapids and Waterloo Times are going to be blowing the story that local businessman is a racist piece of shit. So now he's out of work. He's out of work. He has nowhere to go. He has to go on food stamps. But guess what? Guess what? The U.S. government hasn't managed its money well. Guess what? So they cut the food stamp program. He's got nothing anymore. So now, winter's coming in Iowa. You know how cold winter gets in Iowa. So
oh fuck yeah!
Now he's starving. He needs something to eat, and all he's got is his family pet and his kids. So now that motherfucker has to eat his kids because he didn't show you the respect to keep you employed. I'm going to do that for you on the Friday Night Jack-Sesh because I care about you as a listener of this show. Send me all your boss's information. Let me ruin his life for you.
Dude, that's why I love the fucking Drinkin' Bros. And that's why I love you, Jack, and you, Giorgio. Like, you're the only family that I got left now. Like, this is all I got now.
We're here for you.
What's
Everyone
that?
in this chat is here for you. We're all here for you. We're on almost every day. And if we need to be on every day for y'all, we'll be on every day. You can come hang out, and we can do illicit drugs and talk about crazy shit.
I'll tell you what, man, and in all seriousness, I will fuck up your boss's life. You just tell me, you just give me the green light.
Well, and this is the fucked up thing. My direct boss, None of them, my two bosses, had no idea that this was happening.
So those guys,
everything was perfectly fucking fine.
They're
no. It's the CEO and the vice president, the one that should get fucked up.
Okay, send me the CEO because the local papers will love to pick up on that. I'm going to ruin his life. He's going to have to eat his children by the time I'm done with him. So yeah.
Oh, the fucking the wrath of Jack. I fucking love that.
Should have thought it through. He didn't know that the Drinkin Bros exist. Now he's about to find out.
Exactly, motherfuckers. You don't fuck with the Drinkin Bros.
He is about to find out what it's like when you mess with Jack Mandeville's friends. And let me tell you something about Jack Mandeville. I don't look like much, and I don't sound like much, and I don't have what you'd consider an above-average IQ, or even an average IQ, okay? And, you know, my hygiene's questionable at times, okay? And I really don't have anybody but my dog, and I don't make a lot of money every year, but I also don't have to pay a lot of taxes because of that. But let me tell you something about Jack. What I lack in almost every conceivable thing in life, I make up for, and I'm loyal to my friends. And if Drinkin Bros is going to give me this microphone, I'm going to pay it forward like Haley Joel Osment. I'm going to pay it forward.
That used to be a good movie.
It was a good movie until Kevin Spacey turned out to be a creep.
Exactly.
Oh, no shit.
You kind of got that vibe from him in that movie, though.
Well,
like even when he tried to do good, it was still really creepy.
There's a lot of creep people that aren't actual creeps, and a lot of wholesome people. You know, Bill Cosby, right? Like, you know, that he was America's dad at one point. You know, he turned out to be a creep.
I'm not going to go out on a limb here, but I kind of got that vibe from him from the beginning. Like no one really liked.
Nobody thought Bill Cosby was a rapey.
He was creep. He was. I didn't know if he was rapey, but he definitely like touched himself to weird things at night.
Well, it usually is the guys.
Or Giorgio or the KGB that was on Drinkin Bros.
Exactly.
Yeah. The funny thing is, my nickname is KGB.
Is that because that's your initial?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm going to guess your name. Kurt Gilmore Bartholomew.
Nope.
No, but I can't hear KGB without thinking of the movie Rounders, which I want to go back and watch again.
John Malkovich, talk about a top-notch actor right there.
Oh, another level.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead and talk about it, Jack.
John Malkovich is a top-notch actor. That's all I got to say. What, you want me to do a whole show about John Malkovich? Because I will.
They did a movie about it.
That's right, they did. Doing John Malkovich.
Being John Malkovich.
Being John Malkovich. I'm a big fan of his work.
That was such a good movie. I loved that one.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. And the thing about acting is like I'm an actor, and that's what I make my income doing that. But at the end of the day, like I can fill in certain roles, I can do certain spots, but then and there's a lot of people capable of doing that. But then you get the John Malkoviches, the Christian Bales, who's the guy who played Joker, Joaquin Phoenixes, and those guys literally. That's what they were meant to do on this earth. You know, there's some guys that are meant to be tough, fighters. There's some guys that are meant to be finance people, right? They're just good with money.
Yeah.
There's some people
Heath Ledger was the best Joker, hands down.
But he was one of those guys where other actors, people who make nice livings acting, they look at a guy like Heath Ledger, they're like, oh, fuck, man, I can't do what that guy does.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
You can if you believe, Jack.
Yeah.
You can if you believe.
That's true.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get back to Waterloo right now so I can go to the fireplace and get fucking hammered.
Yeah, dude, take a break from your stresses. Get hammered. Don't do it like Jimi Hendrix level where, you drown in your own puke or anything like that. But, spend a day or two unwinding and sort through it in your head. And then by Monday, be ready to go back and send me your boss, ex-CEO's information so I can ruin his life. And I'll do the rest of the work for you. They either got to hire you back or you're taking over as CEO after that. Because I will.
Oh, I love that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the worst thing, Jack, and I'll let you guys go after this. The worst thing out of this whole thing is, I won't say his name, but he just closed on his house in Oklahoma City.
Oh.
He just bought a house in Waterloo, and he was one of the other 13 that was let go.
And
he did not know until about an hour ago after I told him And he was like, what the fuck you mean I don't have a job? And I'm like, dude, they just let us all go. And I don't know how the hell they're going to do their jobs with just 6 workers.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm not Karl Marx. I know Karl Marx. I don't believe in his doctrines of a specter haunting Europe at all. But I will say this: when it comes to labor stuff, I'm gonna flip the switch off of apathy, which that's how I view American politics. I'm completely apathetic. It's very safe and a convenient way to live your life. And I'm going to flip that off, and I'm going to go full Karl Marx and lead a revolution against that specific company, a labor revolution, and it's going to get violent through words. I'm not advocating actual violence. I'm going to get violent through words, though, because I'm a comedy writer, and you don't even want to know how many fucking doo-doo jokes and booby jokes and caca jokes I can do, and I'll just direct it all at this guy till he just can't handle it anymore. And guess what he's doing after that? He's eating his kids.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right,
and
bro.
He fucking deserves it. All right. Thank you, brothers. I appreciate you so fucking much.
Hey, man, best of luck. Actually, and if you don't want to DM me your boss's name, DM me an update.
I'll DM you, don't worry.
DM me an update on how everything's going. I just want to make sure that you're able to jump back into things. Cedar Rapids is a great community. There is work out there, so I know you'll get back.
Oh, no, I know there is. It's just like at this point, I'm just like, fuck it. We'll see if unemployment works or...
I didn't know so many Iowa girls were into the OnlyFans thing, right? I thought there was a farm to tend to. They must be
Jesus Christ, dude. No, the farmer girls are the ones that are getting on now.
They don't want to they're done farming. Like, generations of farming. Like, Daddy, I'm not doing this. I'm showing my titties on the internet.
No. Like, some of the farmer girls, they're still doing farming, and they're doing the photos while on the fucking combines, butt-ass fucking naked.
Rex?
Yeah, and here I am doing the fucking pictures and shit and put it on to help them do their accounts and shit. And I'm just like, God damn, I wish I was a fucking woman. I'd probably do the same thing.
Well, ask Giorgio. Men can do OnlyFans.
It's much.
Oh, fuck yeah. Giorgio's got a nice cock. I mean, it's a wonderful thing. I watched his account for a while. Good on you, Georgie.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's out there to help all the people in need. Yeah.
Thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no. You guys have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.
So I want to get into this farm girl porn stuff, this genre.
Well, I can understand why that'd be appealing. There's a genre for everything, but like farm girl, that makes total sense that it's a thing.
Exactly, and I'm really into that. And I'll answer this call.
Are you a Ginger or a Marianne guy?
What do you mean by that?
Gilligan's Island was a show in the '60s where they had 2 women on the island. They had Ginger, who was this beautiful Hollywood star. Classic beauty, and then they had Marianne, the girl next door, the farm girl. You were either a Marianne guy or a Ginger guy.
Well, Ginger was way hot to be a farm girl, but I get what you're saying.
Ginger was the Hollywood girl.
Oh.
She was the...
and then who was
actress.
The other one?
Marianne. She was the girl next door. She's
still really hot. Both of them are super hot.
Well, they are, but are you into the girl next door farm girl type, or are you into the starlet, model beauty type?
I think it all just kind of depends on the day, and you get tired of the model starlet beauty after a while. And caller, you're on hold, and I'm sorry about that.
No,
but I'm gonna keep going here for a minute.
Do it, do it, Giorgio. It's less work for me. Do it.
A society puts them up on this pedestal, and then a huge character flaw of mine in my youth was judging myself via the attractiveness and the wantingness of the partner I had. So sleeping with the stereotypical beauty queens, it fulfilled this innate primal instinct in you for victory.
And they wanted to bang you because you got cauliflower ear, and they just want to bang dudes they know are tough.
There were a few times I had sex with girls after bar fights, but I had way more girls like this want access to DJ booths. Girls will just do it's a social climb in a way. Watching social media come out for the early 2000 teens. The ability to take a picture from a place that no one else could take a picture from was worth anything to them.
Jesus fuck. It's weird how people value social currency more than actual currency. People will take likes over actual money in a lot of circumstances. If you ask someone,
people pay for likes. They will spend actual money.
It's insane. And your engagement's gonna get worse. You're actually shooting yourself in the foot when you pay for likes. It's a bad juju. But there are people out there that if you offered them $10K in cash or 100,000 new followers, they take followers over the 10K in cash.
I almost would do that too, because then you could return on that 100,000 followers if they were real. You could go ahead and make some money off that with a few emails.
Yeah, but it's all about engagement. Having followers, a lot of these hot chicks and all that, or gym bros or gun guys, they have followers, but they have shit engagement. So the amount of followers doesn't matter. It's what your engagement is.
Exactly. It's
how many people are
actually
enjoying what you're doing. Because posting the same fucking pictures every day of you either working out or holding a gun, like that shtick's only gonna last so long. You gotta have something to actually offer people other than pictures of yourself.
Unless you're a hot girl.
Well, but that always dwindles down because you're easily replaceable. You're gonna get into your fucking 30s at some point, and people are gonna quit giving a shit.
Which is why you start a podcast about sports, like Lisa Ann did.
Oh yeah, but that's a woman that and I know you're a big fan, but you know her career better than I do. But like, she actually any woman or man can not anybody, but anybody can go into porn and fuck on camera, right?
Right.
In theory. But she actually, when you think about it, was like a professional. Like she was she was an actress. She was a professional standard in that industry. Like a lot of people get into that industry for quick money, but she was looking at it as a profession. And in anything you do, having a professional mindset is the key to your success. I always joke about being a functioning alcoholic and everything, but my writing stuff actually started taking off when I quit frickin' being hungover or drunk or drinking while I was writing.
Well, I don't drink much, Jack, at all.
No, I know you don't. I'll see you have a couple beers at times. But I'm saying, I used to, have a scotch while I was writing because I thought I was fucking Ernest Hemingway, and that's the most ignorant shit on earth. At the end of the day, you don't fucking drink at work. Like, you got to show up well rested. You got to show up with a cup of coffee in your system, and you got to have the right mindset. Like any job.
Can I challenge that, Jack?
Go ahead.
I agree with your sentiment on the writer, Jack, that you want to come out when you're sober, comes out when you're no longer drinking and you have one cup of coffee, and you're able to put yourself in the mindset or the position to produce the work that you want to produce. But your brain might be more arrogant or might write differently off of 2 drinks. Like, you might not be a better writer, but coming from a character perspective or character development or chances you might take with something incorrectly, like a happy accident Bob Ross style.
I can't balance the two. Like, I can't have alcohol in my system and think of anything concrete.
That's fair.
And I'm less confident when I'm drinking, right? It's just, I'll write bullshit, but I'm not confident about it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you're not producing your best work.
What am I doing, a fucking TED Talk on how to be a low-level comedy writer here?
Yes, that's very valuable. Caller, do you get more excited and confident when you're drunk or less confident when you're drunk?
Definitely more. Yeah, it has to be more all the way.
That liquid courage?
Probably more because I'm insecure when I'm sober.
Caller, what's your name and where you're from, and how insecure are you?
My name's Joe Sullivan. I'm from North Dakota, right next to Minnesota.
Wait, what part of North Dakota? You from Fargo? Where are you from? Brandon?
No.
You're from Brandon?
No. Brandon's in Canada, but...
That's right. It's up there in Manitoba. I was way off.
Yep. Way off. Sorry, Jack. No, I'm actually from Minot. That's kind of the center of the state.
Oh, one of my dear friends lives in Minot.
Oh, yeah? What's his name?
His name's Clint. He's a really good guy. I've been trying to get him. I've been trying to get him on this show. Actually, he's got a cool story.
All right. Well, Jack, I have 2 things. One, I think you should shave your chest hair right in your sternum, so that way it looks like you're wearing a bra. I think that would look perfect. That would play well.
Hey, man, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Typically, I don't like to listen to other people's advice because I enjoy learning things the hard way and through pain and agony, but that's actually a really good fucking idea. And do we have any razors and shaving cream, Giorgio?
We got razors somewhere.
Do we have shaving cream?
No.
Giorgio, find it.
Thank God. No, thank God. I was hoping he'd say no. I don't want to do that, but I like the idea in premise.
Okay. I do have to borrow from the Freedom Friends podcast. Jack, I know you've been on there.
Yes.
I got a show no shit story. Okay.
Oh, okay. You got a story. Now, are you going to be up here monologuing like you're fucking Mark Twain, or are you just going to be in and out?
In and out.
Okay, let's do it. In and out. In and out burger. Superior to Whataburger. Go on.
All right. Underage, on probation, at a party, go to the party, cops pull up behind us. Oh, crap. We have to leave the party. My best friend, we're going to run out the back door. He goes, I have to go back for my sweater. I'm like, fuck your sweater. But I follow him back because he's my buddy. And, never leave a buddy behind.
That's right. That's a good attitude. Unless the cops are chasing you. I don't know. Fuck it, right? Is your buddy a good guy? Is he going to do the same for you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Then do it for him.
Yep. We're in a house party. So I go back. He has to go find his precious sweater. All right. He can't find the sweater. Fuck it, let's go. By the time the house is surrounded, and we're a bunch of underage kids, and the house is surrounded by cops. I'm on probation. He's on probation. And now it's like, okay, cops are definitely going to come into the house. How do we find a hiding spot? And then me knowing at least the construction of the house, I go, okay, we got to go all the way upstairs, and we got to find the access to the attic. So we find the access to the attic. We push the kids away from the closet. We climb up in the attic through the closet, and we both hide up in the attic. Now we hear two buses pulling up.
This is a real Nancy Drew suspensor right here. Let's keep going.
We call it Anne Franken. We Anne Franked it. So we're hiding up in the attic. There's a bunch of insulation. We separate.
Can I just interrupt? Pause your story real quick. Do you feel like the stakes were as high as Anne Frank's? Because I feel like the stakes of you being up there were a little lower than hers. I deduce.
Slightly, but not by much. Not by much.
Yeah, you didn't want an underage drinking ticket where, she was trying to avoid death. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, it's about the same thing, though.
Yeah.
It's close. So we hear everyone get arrested. They call two buses to pick up everyone in the house being arrested. We wait, and we think the coast is clear, so we meet back at the attic entrance. He lowers me down, and I go check, and there's a balcony overlooking the front door. So as I'm peeking out, there's still a cop right at the front door, and I come back, and I look up at him. I'm like, there's still a cop there. He somehow, one hand, throws a hand down. And I grab his hand, and somehow he lifted me with one hand, the speed of strength that I've never seen before.
He had that old man strength.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't make sense. It's like the old man strength. It doesn't make sense. Like, how can you be so strong? You don't look it.
No, he doesn't. He just one-armed and pulls me all the way up into the attic. And I'm surprised as shit. So we go separate ways, and we hide in the attic again. Half hour goes by. He's waking me up, and I go, where the fuck are we? Like, dude, we're still in the attic. I'm like, holy shit.
What's the ETA? What's the ETA on the end of this story?
About 30 seconds.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm enthralled.
Okay. We go back down the access hole. Okay. We check. We make sure. I call my father to pick me up. He picks me up. He takes us home. Doesn't say shit. The next day, he says, why the fuck were you covered in insulation? Don't tell your mother. Okay. Just clean the shit up.
Yes.
Okay. That's the end of the story.
Fuck yeah. Heck yeah.
Good dads just not wanting to know, and if they don't know, they're not implicated.
Do you want to hear about the time I saw a guy's lower extremities blown off by a 25 mic?
Not really.
Okay, yeah, I'll save that for the Jackman of a War Story Hour, which they won't greenlight me for that. Well, thank you for chiming in. That's fun, man. That's fun. I'm glad to hear that the police didn't Gestapo you and send you off to juvie for a night. I'm happy to hear that. That was good. That was a good story, Giorgio. You were pissing.
It's okay. I have a similar story.
Of hiding from the cops. Hey, so, for people that don't know, on the Friday Night Jack-Sesh, we have a little...
Well, rude caller
This is a call. This is a call-in show. I guess we got to accept that call. But on the Friday night Jack-Sesh, we have a little tradition of where I break off for a little cigarette because I'm a piece of shit, and I also it's negotiated in my contract that I deserve 1 cigarette per show. So this might be a good opportunity. You can tell your story, and then I can have my cigarette. And Taco's pacing around like he wants to go outside and piss.
Well, Dad, I'm smoking a cigarette right now.
Well, that's because you get to do whatever you want inside at your place. Unfortunately, I'm at the Drinkin Bros studio, and Ross is no fun and won't let me smoke inside, okay?
Why don't you just get a smoke eater then?
Who is this? Who am I talking to? Where are you from?
This is Ed Mandeville, and I'm from Oklahoma.
Is your name really Mandeville?
No.
Oh, because I was going to say, I've never met any other Mandevilles in my life. I was about to get really excited and probably become one of your top 3 best friends. And you got me all amped up and juiced up and about to explode with pleasure for nothing. But I'm sorry, you're playing around. This is a play around show.
No. I asked you to be my dad like 6 to 8 months ago in an Instagram post. And you messaged me back shirtless with no note on your tummy, and you said that you were my dad.
Did I really do that?
Yes, you did.
What time 100%. Of the day did I do that?
It was probably late in the evening. We were probably both drunk.
Yeah. There's a good possibility. Can you screenshot that? Because I do shit like that. Like, I'm not doubting that I did do that. It's just...
No. Yeah, I'll send you a screenshot. I'll DM you. I DM'd you a creepy fucking message just now, and it's all my mom, and then me calling 100 and something times.
Oh, I thought you were going to say this is pictures of your mom, and you send those to me.
No.
One of my favorite things to do is I'll post an Instagram story, and I'll look at the people. You can see who looks at your stories, and I'll literally just call people, and I'll just talk to them like for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever, it depends. But like, as soon as I see someone looking at my Instagram story, I'm like, oh, they're online right now, and I'll call them. And half the time people don't pick up, which really ticks me off. Why are you looking at my Instagram stories, but you don't want to have a conversation with me? I took that personally. Giorgio, tell your story. I'm going to go have a cigarette.
Giorgio's story time. All right. So I went into this thing called drug court like 4 years after I was arrested for weed in college because I pissed hot on a drug test on probation. I didn't know what was really going to happen. So they put me in a drug court, which was kind of like a lockdown facility from 7 to 7. Basically like jail cells, but you could leave during the day if you had work. And this buddy I met called Dylan. I hung out with Dylan. He was my roommate for a little bit. And Dylan did a lot of meth. Dylan also sold weed, but he seemed like he could maybe keep it together and clean it up. Totally couldn't, but I'll get to that story in a minute. So he tells a story about how he was arrested this time, and cops are raiding this party. And so they all run and hide in the attic, just like that previous caller. But the cops find him, so the cops come up in the attic as well. His brother jumps through the ceiling, falls, gets out of the house. I think they're in some sort of trailer thing, so the attic's not that high. Dylan tries to do the same thing, but lands on a stud and gets racked. So he tries to jump through the ceiling to go to the floor to run out the house, but nuts himself, and then it's so painful, and then the cops arrest him. I still befriend Dylan, and that's an amazing story, and I always thought about it. Sometimes he would get people, because we had the payphones in there too, he'd call people to come pick us up, because this was probably 15 miles outside of town. There wasn't really a stable bus service.
Wait, how old are you, Giorgio?
I'm 32.
32, okay.
Or about to be 32 in a few days, or in November.
October 7th, brother.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
Yep.
So he gets this girl to pick us up one time. I don't know if it's a baby mom or a friend of his, but she starts to smoke meth while driving. And then she looks over at me in the back seat and is just like, I won't do it while driving if you don't want. And I'm just like, like, does that mean you're going to do it at a stoplight? Are we going to pull over at a gas station? Are you going to roll this bubble a little bit? And then I just thought to myself, this is a lot for a ride. Where are you in life right now? How did you get here? What is going on? But it was pretty trippy. And I always remember that dude trying to escape from the cops and just racking himself on the roof.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I think about Dylan sometimes.
Do what?
I think about him sometimes. Like, he's probably in jail.
So is Jack really out there smoking a cigarette?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Damn it.
Yeah, he's
so
been
many
gone.
things to say to him. Giorgio, you're fucking awesome.
I appreciate
I watch
that.
the show constantly, but you guys are fucking hilarious.
I mean,
I'll let you go because I want to do what?
I was just saying, Jack has had experiences that I haven't had. You know, he served in the Cream Corps and, loves crayons. So, Jack's a special person.
His brand of comedy is like 100% my fucking brand. Like, I've been saying the tummy horny thing to my friends since he says that, and they fucking hate it.
It is a little creepy, not gonna lie. And then in polite conversation, if you just you can't really say the word horny in polite conversation. I don't really know why, but people just look at you as if you're uncouth.
Exactly, and that was like a big thing in middle school. Horny was the word.
Oh, you're so horny, baby. Because Austin Powers,
Yeah.
I think it was definitely Mike Myers. He definitely normalized the word horny for a little while. And we just assumed that all British people said horny like that. We just, I think there's an entire generation of Americans whose knowledge of British culture came from the movie Austin Powers.
100%, dude. 100%. And it's probably our generation because we're like the same age. Yeah. And that was a huge thing back then, dude.
We were the last generation of DVDs.
No. He didn't even say corny. He said Randy. Didn't he?
I think he said all of them.
He said all of them.
You want to shag? You run.
Yeah. Shag and Randy. Do I make you Randy, baby?
Machine Gun Jugglies. How'd I miss those? My wife was a fembot. The third one was all right. Dr. Evil was a pretty great character. The gold member was pretty interesting. The fact that he lost his nuts in a schmelting accident.
Yeah, schmelting, and then he stole the mojo, and then he ate the skin.
That's right.
Skin chip.
The father.
Yeah. Holy shit, dude. I'm just like nostalgia bombing right now because I fucking love all of Austin Powers.
Exactly. But then he realized he could make so much more money just voicing Shrek, and then they just backed up dump trucks. And there was just like merchandising money, back end deals, just TV shows, Shrek. You'll be very happy to know that Jack Mandeville has returned.
Hey, I'm Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Am I speaking to the same man earlier or a new man? Yeah.
No, it's the same one, Dad.
Hi, new man or old man. How are you?
I'm not that old because I'm your son.
That's right. How old are you, son?
I'm 32.
Close enough. I'm older, so I do have a few times 2 more years of wisdom than you. So I will say that.
A few times 2.
A few.
That's a lot, man.
2. Yeah, I got that extra wisdom. But also, everyone handles wisdom differently. You could have more wisdom than me. It's all about how you are able to process.
No. I listen to the other podcast you're on, man. You're a very intelligent human.
Intelligence and wisdom are 2 different things, right? Stephen Hawking was a highly intelligent man, but he also couldn't fucking, handle women, right? And so like intelligence and wisdom are 2 different things. Hold up.
Just because you have ALS doesn't mean you have to stop being a fuckboy, and Stephen Hawking proved that.
That's true. He was a fuckboy.
I'm fairly certain that his dick didn't work. He had that other dude fucking his wife.
Time out. No. The man invented technology to where his brain could speak through a computer. He built something to make his dick work. He injected it with something. That man got a hard dick. His brain was too big to not.
Yeah, with all the work he was putting out, you got to come, and I'm sure he was coming pretty good.
Yeah,
anally,
maybe, or maybe he had the clear mind since he wasn't coming. Maybe he had the clear mind to where he could think of all that crazy shit because he wasn't getting a nut. You know what I mean? The clarity.
That's
fighters
true.
That don't. Yeah.
So
maybe that's
true.
The whole thing.
I usually get clarity after I nut, though.
Hey, Giorgio, I know with fight sports, like boxing and MMA, they encourage them boys to not nut before. Right. Is it the same in wrestling?
Well, that's also kind of a wives' tale as well. Like you hear that, like your legs will go and your endurance will go if you nut. But Tyson Fury said he was jerking off 7 times a day before he fought Deontay Wilder to keep the testosterone going.
He's got gypsy strength.
Yeah.
But I want to try that.
He's got gypsies are different. They're genetically different. They're freaks of nature. They don't abide by the world's laws, the laws of man. They survive on gypsy law. They're out of this world, like Superman.
It's like gypsy testosterone.
They're Superman with 10 times more poverty. Go on.
Yeah. Jack, dude, seriously, you're one of my favorite people. I was telling Giorgio this before you went outside to smoke.
I'm glad I didn't hear it because it's not shtick. I don't handle compliments well. It's not shtick.
No, I'm not.
It's not because I'm humble. It's a weird Minnesota. You know, Minnesotans, and if there's any Minnesotans listening, they can back me up on this. It's a weird fucking culture, man. Where it's not. It's a culture where you're expected to work your ass off, but the second you fucking own your work or are openly proud of your work, like it's like the system closes in on you and people will shame you. It's like you're supposed to just do your work and shut the fuck up. And there's actually nothing glamorous about that. It's been really debilitating to me, especially in creative spaces where not only do you have to like do work like in any job, but you have to openly own your work. And it's something I've struggled with in a creative spaces because I still have that Minnesota, that bullshit Norwegian mentality where it's like, just do your work and shut up. But sometimes you have to do your work and fucking and brag about it on your resume, and I don't do a good job of that because like I always feel like people are if I lay claim to anything good I've done, or people will like shame me for stepping out of the circle and trying to like be myself, you know?
No, it's the same thing. So Minnesota, Oklahoma, I deal with the same shit, man. It's the same amount of syllables.
Oh, that's true.
And that's
a big thing that goes. So Minnesota, that's 4, right? Minnesota.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, that's 4. That's right. People in Vermont are like that. Vermont, they're not like that. They fucking own their shit. New York. Man, the key is 2. Los Angeles, 2. The key is 2. The high producing cities, Dallas, 2. You got to have a 2-syllable city. That's where you really get to own your shit.
Wait, hold on. What about San Antonio?
San Antonio's a blue-collar town. It's a lot like, reminds me a lot of St. Paul, Minnesota, except it's more Hispanic than Irish.
Yeah, but if you're rich there, you call it San Ann. Or St. Paul.
But I will say, no, it's St. Paul, right? 3. That's why they're so humble up there.
Yes. I fucking love it. Actually, I was actually born in Minnesota where you were born because I'm your son.
That's right.
And then I migrated my way down. I'm coming to San Antonio. I'm stuck in Tulsa, Oklahoma right now.
I love Tulsa, Oklahoma. The Brahms there has the most amazing ice cream.
Young man, which one of my one high school girlfriends did you come from?
Mom.
Oh, yeah. I know Mom. Yeah, she was a good one. She was a good one. Yeah.
Speaking of Mom, I listened to an Iconoblast earlier that you started talking about Coop's mom.
Oh, yes. I remember very well.
You were asking the position.
I wanted to know what position Coop's parents were when they conceived him. It's very important. And I have a theory that one's personality is based off of the sexual position that their parents were in when they were conceived. So people whose parents were missionary are going to be pretty standard people, not boring people necessarily, but they're going to be like the most common kind of people, right? Just basic people. And it's okay to be basic.
How do you feel about me being a fucking twin? I'm literally a twin.
Well, your mom was engaged on a MMF threesome. That's how you're a twin.
Yeah. She's getting DP probably.
Your mom was getting DP. That's how you became a twin. That's how that science works.
Holy shit. I was just confirming it with you because I figured you probably knew.
No, it was
you were
me.
There.
No, yeah, it was me and my buddy Thor Brannigan. And Thor and I weren't even close. We only met. We didn't even go to the same school. He actually dropped out, but we worked at Perkins together that one summer, and we just became like hood rat buddies in the suburbs of Minnesota.
Was it like that summer with Silo Johnson?
Yeah, man. So Thor and I, we got into some shit back in the day. You know.
Holy shit! And hey, how tall are you? Jack?
I'm 6 even. What about you, son?
I'm 6'2", but my twin is 6'5".
Well, by the way, your mother ended up playing Division III basketball.
No, my mom's only like 5'2" or 5'4" or some shit.
I can't keep up
and
with
my
this
dad's
lie
only
anymore.
like 6.
Yeah, we've ruined this role play.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's.
I was having dude, I'm in my late 30s and I don't have a kid, and I'm at. Let me tell you something too. I got a biological. Men have biological clocks too. I'm saying it right now. Nobody ever wants to acknowledge it. It just manifests itself differently than women, and probably for some men in my position later. But like, I have a biological clock. Like, I'm in my late 30s. I got a pretty good income. I've checked off so many boxes of what I want to do in life, and I'm no shit. Like, I think my yearning, my last stage of my life is not retirement, because I'll never save enough well for retirement. I'm going to blow my brains up when work ends. But I want to be a dad, and it's really manifested itself, especially in my late 30s. Like, I got to be a dad. And so, like, I got this biological clock. So it was really important for me to role play this, that I was a dad, because it made me feel good, like I was a dad, and you ruined it for me by breaking character.
Hey,
you're not good at improv, fake
You're
son.
Do I hang up on
hey,
Jack?
I've been waiting to talk to you for a little while, man.
Okay, all right.
I'm sorry that I fucking ruined it.
No, it's okay.
But
hey, you don't have to be my fake son anymore, but we can be friends.
I would love to be friends.
Okay, I'm
with you and Giorgio.
I have a lot of male friends in their late 20s, early 30s. I know how to hang out with young people.
Yeah, 100%. But seriously, man, I freaking love you. I know I already ruined the conversation.
You didn't. No, don't make me feel bad, because it's really easy to do.
You definitely didn't ruin it, because as soon as you get off the phone.
It's really easy to make you feel bad, but it's really hard for people to make you feel good.
Well, nobody should have to go through that burden. It's like fucking trying to climb your way up Mordor. It's just, in the movies it's going to happen. In reality, nobody's making it up Mordor. Sauron is fucking definitely zapping you with that eye of his. And my eye is my fucking brain. And my brain is just fucking aggressively shit. Okay?
Yeah, same. Same here. That's where I get it from. From my dad, Jack Mandeville.
I thought you were going to say your biological dad. Look.
No. My real dad, Jack Mandeville.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, man. Look, I appreciate you calling in. I went outside and looked at my phone while I was having my cigarette, or as we call it in Minnesota, my heater. And I saw your message, and I'll reply to you. Tonight, I'm actually, fun story, Giorgio. Thanks for calling in, bro. We're going to let you go right now. Tonight, I'm my best friend since I was 10 years old. We were neighborhood pals, and when I went into the Marine Corps as a young man, he always would come and visit me when I get back from my little war deployments. And when I was working out in the oil field in West Texas, he'd come down there to come hang out. We've maintained this close friendship for, let me do the math here, like over 25 years. Almost 30 years, actually. He's always been my best friend, but he's always been up there in Minnesota, and I left the home at 18, moved around, and kind of never went back. But he's always been my closest friend. And he just moved into an area here in Austin, Texas. I live in San Antonio, which is about an hour and a half away. But he moved into an area here called Steiner Ranch, which is a nice area. I've been telling people lately, I'm my best friend ever, forever just moved. We're basically neighbors again, because we're adults now. We can drive an hour and a half to meet each other, but we're neighbors again. And I tell people my best friend, which I need, right? Because the only people I hang out with are work friends. Like, I'm glad to finally have a friend in the area that's non-work related. And not that I don't love my work friends. My work friends, we have so much in common because of our professional goals. But at the end of the day, you need someone to break off with, and you need like a sort of nostalgic element to your social life. And I tell people, like, my best friend since I was a kid, we're neighbors again. We're going to be hanging out with each other all the time. And he just moved to Austin. And they're like, oh, where's he? What part of Austin is he in? And I go, oh, he moved to Steiner Ranch. And people, every time I tell them this, they go, oh, you guys took two different paths in life, huh? Yeah. He does fancy financial consulting for like major organizations, some of the most biggest organizations of the 20th century. And I tell dick and fart jokes, but we both are happy with our lives and we're reunited again. And his wife's out of town this weekend, so I'm going to go over to his place after the show, and we'll probably get drunk and make out.
I like that, Jack. Caller, is your wife out for the weekend?
I am not married.
Oh, man, how old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, you still got time. Don't be like me, though. Don't be like me and then wait till you're in your late 30s and then you're like, oh, fuck, I fucked everything up. Now I got to be a stepdad.
Hey, Jack, I wanted to say I'm also another person that you randomly DM'd one night on Instagram.
I did.
So
it's my favorite thing is to just randomly message people and just be like, hey, what's up? Aren't you partying?
Was your relative? So you thought I was a relative of yours. I'm Neil. You thought I was a relative of yours.
Oh, wait, is your last name Mandeville?
No, it's Robinson, but you thought I was your relative.
Oh, my mother's maiden name. Oh, and by the way, I just want to state clearly here, none of my security questions on anything I'm associated with has my mother's last name, so don't even fuck my mother's maiden name, so don't even try, you financial perverts. But yeah, my mother's maiden name is Robinson. And my uncle, my mother's brother's name is Neil, and every time because I look at who looks at my stories, because I like to just randomly message people, and I kept seeing Neil Robeson, and I kept thinking it was my Uncle Neil looking at my stories, but it's just this random guy named Neil. But anyways, I just wanted to let you know that, hey man, I'm glad you're looking at my stories. I miss my Uncle Neil. He's a good guy.
Thank you. I've been listening to this show for a while, and finally I was off on a Friday where I could call, so I figured I'd call in and say hello.
Dude, well, hey, Neil, we've already talked via DM, but let's do it publicly now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, I'm pre-gaming to go out with some friends tonight. This local college bars.
What part of the country? What part of the country are you in? I like connecting with people via geography.
I'm in Louisiana.
What part?
Baton Rouge.
Okay, you're down there.
Yeah.
You're down there with Pretty Eyes Michael. Yeah. Baton Rouge, that's a nice community. I've only driven through it, so I don't know shit about that community.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Hey, can I do this live on air? I'm going to do this live on air right now. I want to zoom into my dog staring me down right now while I'm live on air. Nope, he's sleeping. Never mind. He's a bulldog. He just decided to take a nap.
I love Taco, though.
He decided to take a nap at the doorway. So we're live on air, and I really just want to document my beautiful little baby boy just looking all content and sweet and happy. We're going to have a sleepover at my buddy's house tonight. His wife's out of town.
Exciting.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you, Jack. But I just want to call in, say hello. I was going to try to call in that week you messaged me, but I got busy with work and couldn't really call in. So
what do you do for a living, Neil?
I work in college athletics.
Oh, do you work for one of the universities around the area?
I do.
And you're from Baton Rouge, so I'm assuming it's.
I'm not actually from there. I'm from Tennessee, actually.
But you work, I'm assuming, for a certain purple and yellow colored university.
Yes, sir.
And for do you work in a specific sport or all athletics?
Football.
Oh, so you're in their moneymaker.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's a cool fucking job to have, especially for that program. It's not like you're looking for the University of Minnesota that cracks the top 25 once every 15 years. You're in a powerhouse school.
I won a national championship during my time here, so I'm happy with it.
Did you get a ring? Did you get like a...
I did.
Are you comfortable saying specifically what you do for the team?
I work in equipment.
Bro, but like honestly, and I don't want to get all like, this is going to be all fucking art guy weird right here making the comparison. But I said earlier that some of the hardest working people, and people have no idea what goes into making like a TV show or a film, the kind of work that has to go on behind scenes, the kind of like physical exhaustion that has to go on between the crew to make a good, it's not the actors, it's everything happening behind camera that makes a good product. And, I would imagine like crew members, whether it's a grip or whatever, when a movie wins an Academy Award, they know that they were a part of that they made that Academy Award happen. Now, obviously, in your field, like, equipment, like, that's instrumental to the process. That's instrumental into player safety. It's instrumental into so many aspects of adding one more element to that victory. And people have no idea with athletics, it's not just the talents on the field, which are obviously at the end of the day very important. But
I will meet people and I'll tell them about what I do, and they're blown away by all the work I do to help put on the show that happens on Saturday night.
It has to happen.
And they're just blown away.
It has to happen in order to have a fucking great final product. Like, you need people performing, and no matter what the job is, whether it's the physical trainers, equipment people, video people, they have to all be doing their jobs. Every single job, people doing their jobs is so important to the final product.
All right, Jack, I gotta let you go. I gotta hop in this Uber to go to the bars. It's a pleasure talking to you as always. Giorgio as well.
I love you. I just talked to a national fucking champion.
You did? Oh, but these people are unrelenting.
Georgia, I'm starstruck right now. I talked to a guy with a national championship ring.
Caller, do you have a national championship ring?
I do not have a national championship ring.
That's okay.
Does that count?
Well, what's your credit score?
Like 780.
Oh, bro. You know what? You're more important to me than a national champion. How are you doing, Mr. 780? That's impressive.
I'm channeling my inner Chet Scoveland. I'm being a short haul truck driver tonight.
Ooh, where are you traveling to?
I'm actually picked up a tractor I bought. This is Jesse in Nebraska, so I'm running about an hour from home. I'm fucking traveling at night. I'm sure I'm not supposed to be doing this, but I guess it's.
What part of the country are you in right now? Did he hang up on me?
He did.
That is so disrespectful to leave me hanging like that. I just was about to get to the juice.
Jack, I'm not going to leave you hanging because I think I need to say some nice things about you.
Oh, is it that time of the... that was the last call, the guy that hung up on us?
I think it's a good call to end on.
It
was such a good night.
He did the work for us.
Right. It's like, why try to find the next greatest thing when we could just have next week?
Let's do it. So for the Friday Night Jack-Sesh, I know we're on the main page right now, and we have a little tradition. We end the show saying nice things about each other. Sometimes I have a guest with me. Sometimes we have more than one producer. It doesn't matter. Whoever's in the room for the show, we all say nice things about each other and ourselves. That's the most important element. So, Georgia, would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first? You're doing the brunt of the work here on this show.
I'm going to go first.
Go first.
The main set felt good tonight. It did. It just felt right. It felt like the vibe was good. The people were in here. Time just flew by. There was no angry Giorgio. There was no upset Giorgio.
No.
It was a...
Because you got your little...
Got a little bit of that. I was a little under the weather today, so I'm taking a lot of precautions to stay healthy. Drank like 16 bottles of water.
Under the weather as hungover, or you might have COVID?
Definitely not COVID. Yeah, definitely not that.
Because I've been smoking for 20 years. Even with the vaccine, I can't risk it. I'm a COVID death waiting to happen.
Yeah, there's a free testing site like literally out my front door, so I just go there all the time.
Just for fun, sometimes.
Sometimes there's a nice guy who works there named Levon.
Let me make sure I don't have COVID. It's free.
Yeah, I am a little concerned because sometimes they don't really go that far with it anymore. So I'm like, are you sure you're doing this right?
They're just going through the mode. It's like the boy who cried wolf with you at this point.
Kinda, but then it's like, I'm helping you stay employed. The government's paying for all these COVID tests anyway. Like, why are we even worrying about it? But I was more just, I'm wanting to be like my most efficient, healthy, like vibrant me. Really to taking on each day, earning that sunrise, finding that inner Goggins, which means I'm not going to do any running. But, I put a bunch of water in me. I took some B12, some D, some C, and I'm feeling pretty good. That's why I was kind of late coming in here today. I took a little nap-ski, took a shower.
You weren't late. I mean, you came a half hour before the normal show starts. That's not late.
No, but Giorgio is always 2 hours early.
Well, because you're already doing other shows. You're a workhorse.
No, to anything. Like we make a plan or a date, I'll just be sitting there like waiting.
I'm the same way. I come to the studio like 2 or 3 hours early, and people are like, "Oh wow, you doing show prep?" I'm like, "No, I got nowhere else to go."
I really want to get us some sort of like video game system here, or something else to do in the downtime. Maybe put a TV out in the main room.
I would friggin' love that.
Do you have any games of choice? Mario Party, Mario Kart?
Yeah, so I haven't really played video games since probably since I was a kid, really.
Right.
So I want to go with I got one of those little Sega consoles that has like 60 games on them.
Yep.
So I like old Sega games. I like old Nintendo games and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's really what I'm going for. No, small learning curve. You hit one or two buttons, and then you get drunk.
Mario Kart. I want to go with the stuff that I already know how to play. I don't want to learn any new shit. I don't need fancy graphics. I just want the games that remind me of being, a kid.
And I want to say a nice thing about the studio. The whole crew's just been really bringing it together lately, and it makes me happy. It's good to see everyone kind of successful and thriving, and I really like these people.
God damn, you are the most positive I've ever friggin' seen you today. I don't know how to feel about it, but I love it. I guess that's how I feel about it.
I want to hug people. I want to help them. I want to hear about them. I want to know.
Have you been doing DMT, Giorgio?
Well, if you've stayed in the office this long or stayed in the chat, I'll reveal a little secret. JT was here today. JT did record an episode here today.
Dude!
I did not do any DMT.
No, I'm not going to reveal anything either, but I had a certain experience that completely changed my attitude.
Did you also discover ketamine?
No, man, I'm not into that fancy. That's my dad's generation drugs,
Really?
Yeah. My dad talked about doing that shit back in the 70s and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. I usually just kind of Wookiee / train car kids give it to me. I appreciate it.
By the way, I talked to my parents I should have talked about that in today's show because it was really wholesome, so it's not really fitting for the culture of the show. But I did talk to my dad about drugs because I knew my dad smoked pot, in the garage and shit at night. He thought he could hide it from me, but I knew he was doing it. And I talked to him. I'm in my 30s now. I don't give a shit. But my dad doesn't smoke pot anymore, and I asked him, what's the big reason? Why don't you smoke pot anymore? This should be you're retired. This should be the time in life you are smoking pot. And he says, it's too powerful. He wants 70s pot. And you can't find 70s pot anymore.
You got to mix it with the CBD. You got to go half and half, or make yourself a little something. My dad actually smokes way more weed now. He kind of knew I smoked weed because I got in trouble for it in college. I never knew that he was trafficking cocaine through Mexico in dirt track race cars. And so when I went home over COVID, I had to find a local youth football player friend of mine who was selling pounds. And so I would have to purchase large amounts of weed for my dad to give to old ladies. But it was nice that the weed balanced him out in his old age.
I get it. Yeah, growing up in the suburbs of Minneapolis, I can completely relate to that. No, I can't. That's heavy shit, bro. But what I got to say nice about you, Giorgio, is I think I've already alluded to it. I'm so happy that you're happy. I just love seeing you happy. Not that you're the grumpiest grump ever, but sometimes you come in here, you work a lot. And I recognize that you've done 3 or 4 shows in a day, and then you got to wrap up a Friday, and you got to sacrifice your personal time, doing this show. That's brought to you by Mint Mobile. But yeah, I'm just happy that you're happy. And what I got to say about myself is I feel like with help from you, this was a good show. This was one of our better shows that we had. And I'm glad that you didn't tell me to the last moment that this was going on the main page. I almost feel like it was great to kind of just jump into it as the way it was.
Yeah, it felt
Is there a conspiracy with you, Ross, and Dan to not tell me what's going on? Because it seems to be a thing where I find out at the last second that there's a major change to my show.
Jack, you keep calling it your show.
Our show. The show that has my namesake. You're right. The show that has my namesake, but our show.
I feel like we just license your name at this point.
Well, does that mean I can take a break and get replacements?
Jack, you can do whatever you want.
So, if next week I wanted to take the week off because I do have a wedding, it would be Giorgio filling in for Jack on the Friday Night Jack-Sesh.
Yes, you do know that Jack-Sesh has nothing to do with your name, right?
My name is Jack, though.
Right.
So I'm replaceable?
No, just Jack in that sentence is not referencing you.
Let's end the show.
I do love you, though.
Yeah, I love you too.
Oh, come on. No, we're not ending. We're not ending like that.
You're right. Okay. I know I'm replaceable. Trust me, I remind myself
You're
of that
definitely
all
not
the time.
replaceable. I've actually pitched having you on more often on the main channel just to come in for some supplementary podcasts. I've even pitched taking you off Patreon altogether and putting something else here and just putting you on the main.
That's what I like. You're my advocate. That's what I like about you most, Giorgio. You're my advocate.
Jack, I'm just trying to take you to the moon like Shiba Inu.
Well, I only show up once a week, so it's hard for me to get and I'm a terrible texter. I don't like texting Ross or Dan because I always feel like I'm getting in on their personal time. So, yeah, you're my advocate. You're my surrogate. You're the business end of this.
And I'm taking you to the top, Jack.
Yeah. I appreciate that. We are a team. I'm sorry if I used language that wasn't all-inclusive. I don't... Look, I had one drink.
No, I only wanted to set up the fact that I was going to talk about masturbation. It was that from the beginning. This is your show, and I love you.
No, it's not my show. Look, next week I got to go to a wedding, so either we're not doing the show next week or I got to have a replacement.
Or we could do it early. It's okay. We could do the Wednesday night Jack-Sesh. I feel like you can jack any night.
No, Wednesday, can I tell you? On Wednesday, I have orientation.
Ooh.
I signed up to be a big brother.
That makes me really happy, Jack.
It sounds creepy from a guy with his shirt off and writing on his stomach. But, yeah, I'm actually a really boring person off a stage. And like I was saying, I'm at that age where I don't have kids, but I want to, leave something good on this planet. I want to just do something good that I do everything for myself, not necessarily in a bad way, but I'll mentor people as far as professionally. I'll give people advice that are getting into, things that I know about. But I don't have a family or anything like that. And if there's a kid out there that's never, fished or gone to a sports game because they're from a shitty home, I'd like to, just be a good influence. I'd like to give something back to the community in some way that, if I can. Yeah.
Yes, and more yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of needy youth out there who would like some help for some cool adults. I think your shirt off and your funny writing shows that you're childish.
If I'm alone with a child, I'll have my shirt on. That's
I would
sure.
hope. I assumed that, Jack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We're
I don't know how these things go because I'm assuming they're going to do an interview and vetting process. I passed a criminal background check and all that, but I'm sure they do an interview. And when they ask me what I do for a living, I'm like, yeah, I do comedy work. And if they ask any more, I'm like, I take my shirt off and do poop and dick jokes for a living. I don't know how that's going to go with them. I don't know if they're looking for an accountant from Merrill Lynch to be the ideal big brother,
They probably were, but when surveyed, most kids these days want to be a YouTuber, so I feel like a little Jack Mandeville time could help them.
But that's the problem. I can't even give advice on that because I don't know the business. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a performer, and I have people that about that stuff. The business working. I don't even know that. I'm just I'm a line monkey. I'm a performer.
Jack, 8 and 10-year-olds don't need to know the business. They need to learn how to make content, learn how to post it, make sure they enjoy what they do, and they believe in themselves.
I can do that. I can encourage people.
Yeah, so good show.
That's a good show.